Good evening, my beautiful GL family. How are you all doing this evening?
Hi, Valissa. Welcome. It's so wonderful to have you here.
Thank you for inviting me to share the screen with you, my beautiful Adele. It's been a minute, right? We haven't presented at all.
It hasn't even been a second because we've never done it.
Exactly. Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning, everybody. I'm so honored and grateful to be here this evening with my beautiful co-host Adele, looking stunning despite the load shedding that she's experiencing. So thank you, Adele. And thank you for having me this evening. I haven't presented, I know, in a very, very long time, and I'm quite excited to be here.
Well, we're very happy to have you here. We've missed you, and it's been a long time since we've had you here, and it's just so exciting. There's so much happening, and the reason you haven't been around is because of load shedding, but also because you have been in the background making sure that all the things that have been happening have happened. So thank you. We are very grateful for all that you do in working with the developer and making sure that all the glitches that we report to support that you deal with. So we are very grateful to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh gosh, you're making me so shy. But thank you, Adele. You know, ladies and gentlemen, I just have to say that Adele has become a very, very good friend. I've only met her once in person, people. One time in person, and I've forever just been so moved by the wonderful human being that she is. Besides the fact that she is okay, guys, so that is me having load shedding. Don't worry, I've got a backup. So Adele, I'm joining you now in the load shedding sphere.
Yeah, let's do this.
But yeah, you know, my friend is a beautiful person. She's an occupational therapist. She's a mom to a 12th grader who's currently busy doing his finals. And all I got to say is, Sheldon, all the best. And to all the matriculants in South Africa that are writing their finals, I want to say good luck, study hard, and all the very, very best for your finals.
Thank you, Valissa. Well, Valissa and I had the pleasure of meeting in May this year, but Valissa is very much part of the GL community and has become a very dear friend to me. Valissa lives on the other side of Johannesburg, in the north of Johannesburg, and I'm in the south. She's married to Regan, who is a very busy guy, and that's why we haven't seen him for a while, but we know that he's watching. So Regan, wherever you are in the world, we're taking good care of Valissa. She's working very hard in the GL community. Valissa is 150% committed to GL. It's all she does, and she is working in the background. But Valissa has many talents. She is very well educated in crypto. She is very well educated in all things technology and business. And she is my go-to person when I need all kinds of tech advice. So Valissa, thank you so much for being here tonight. I see my dad's on the call, maybe my mom as well. So special shout out to you. I love you guys lots. And then to everybody in the GL community, tonight is a very special night. There are so many changes happening and so many new exciting things that we thought, well, we can't stay with the same presentation. And we've been working on a presentation. I did a little bit of the work, and Candace has assisted me a huge deal in dealing with the boards. And we've had input from Valissa and Merle and Jenny and a few other people in the community. So this is a team effort, and we just want to share our heart with you. So if you are here for the very first time tonight, we welcome you to hear about Gift of Legacy. You are here by invitation only. And if you're one of the regulars, you are also here by invitation only, because this is not something that we just publicize. We are here to share a gifting activity with you that is creating abundance across the world. So a quick disclaimer, just so that we get the nitty-gritties out of the way. This presentation is for information sharing only, and it is not to be construed as financial advice. Neither myself or Valissa or any other Gift of Legacy presenter are registered financial or tax advisors. The information given is only intended to give examples of what you as a participant may expect. We are going to introduce Gift of Legacy to you. Gift of Legacy is a gifting activity that drives the movement of monetary gifts between individuals globally. It is a new way for communities to generate the perpetual movement of wealth between individuals. And if you just look at those hands, it's people linking hands across the world. It's a change in thinking where people are joining together to thrive and not merely survive. And our slogan is Color the World, and that's what we want to do tonight. What is gifting all about? It is about sacred economics. Sacred economics traces back to the 1960s, and I love that picture of the piggy bank because it gives you a very good idea of what we're about. It's communities working together. Gifting communities have been off the mainstream for decades. They are 100% legal. And in Africa, where we live, Ubuntu is something that is a common word. Ubuntu means communities working together and helping each other. And we've certainly seen that in the past 3 years with the pandemic, but Ubuntu is something that is very much a part of our African culture. We are going to talk about global gifting activities, which happens in over 100 countries around the world. We are uplifting communities, not just financially. We are creating abundance and self-development, because this is an activity that will help you to reach out of your comfort zone and learn more about yourself. Some interesting information that we would like to share with you is that Gift of Legacy has blessed millions of people around the world. We are sharing hope and abundance to all of our participants. We are decentralized, which means a Gift of Legacy is an interactive website which is used by people across the globe to share gifts. It is not a business at all. It is peer-to-peer, which means participants share the gifts personally. And we're going to show you how we do that a little bit later in the presentation. No money is ever kept by Gift of Legacy. Our gifting activity is perpetual, which means that it's ongoing, passive, and frequent. And this is how we create generational wealth. It's really exciting, and we're looking forward to sharing it with you this evening. So Gift of Legacy is more than just a gifting activity. We help each other grow and succeed while supporting each other and uplifting one another. When you join, you will gift from your heart, you share the love, you guide your team, you become a legend, and then you build your legacy. We are a community with the same vision. We want to change lives, and we would like to change your life too. How do you start? You will enter Gift of Legacy by gifting an unconditional $100 to the legend on your board. This is the one and only time that you will ever take money out of your own pocket. Our gifting is purely peer-to-peer, person-to-person. So it's like me sending a gift to Valissa. It is peer-to-peer. 100% of all the gifts are sent directly to the legend. The picture of the board there is a platinum board. You don't start on the platinum board, but it's something we all aspire to. And that's why it's there on the presentation. That is the goal, to get to the platinum board. We recommend that when you join Gift of Legacy, you set up platforms like ATM, PayPal, World Remit, Revolut, or bank transfers, and maybe get used to using crypto, because it is a global platform and you will be sending monetary gifts to people across the globe. Just a reminder that there is no middleman, no third party involved ever. You will be sending gifts from your heart to somebody else across the world. We are going to talk about writing the gifts of abundance, and Valissa, this is where you are going to take over and take the controls and show us exactly what's going on, right?
Thank you so much, Adele. But firstly, before we continue, I just want to say I want to give credit to Adele. She's very modest in saying that there were so many contributors to this beautiful new presentation, because Adele actually created our wonderful new presentation. Yes, we may have added a suggestion here or there, but let's just say the bulk of the work is all her. So thank you, Adele. It is beautiful, it is colorful, and it is the perfect representation of our wonderful gifting community. Okay, so now let's talk about how on earth do you write these boards of abundance. So if you're here for the first time and you're new to gifting, like I was last year, January, and Adele was as well, all we ask you to do tonight is just to focus on the yellow circle for the next few slides, because that will represent you on your journey. Like Adele mentioned in the slide before, you join your board and you gift your legend an unconditional gift of $100. Then you share Gift of Legacy with like-minded and like-hearted people who will in turn do the same. So now what we'll do is we'll take a look through the journey of your boards, which are the 100, the 400, the 1600, and the $5,000 board. You'll start as a gifter, then graduate to a guide, then builder, and then finally legend. The total amount of gifts that you will receive on your first cycle is $42,700. And on your perpetual journey, you will receive $49,700. So you're probably asking yourself, oh my goodness, how on earth is this possible? Well, hang on to your seats. Adele and I are going to explain exactly how that's going to work. So how do you journey through these boards of abundance? Your first board is your bronze board. This is your first board that you join Gift of Legacy with. You join as a gifter by gifting unconditionally of $100. And when you exit your bronze board, you exit with a total of $800. But let's explain to you how this works. So this is an example of a bronze board. As you can see, there is a legend position, which is the middle, the guides on either side to guide the builders who are just beneath the guide. And then there are the gifters, which are gifters 1 through to 8 on either side. So now remember, we asked you to imagine that yellow is you. So yellow, I will use myself as an example, and the legend being here, Adele. Now I am so excited because I was invited to a Gift of Legacy call. And guess what? Adele and Merle were presenting, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm definitely signing up. So I contacted the person who invited me to the call. They sent me an invitation link, which I typed out, I filled in all my information, I verified my email address, and then I joined my very first Gift of Legacy bronze board as gifter number 1. What do you do when you join as a gifter? The first thing you do is you click on the legend's name, you copy and paste their email address or their contact number, and you reach out to them. And in this case, it's Adele. I'll notice that she's a South African, so I'll be so excited because I can actually call her if I want to, because it's easier and it's cheaper, or I can send her a WhatsApp and introduce myself and say, hi Adele, my name is Valissa. I'm brand new into Gift of Legacy, and I would love to gift you my unconditional gift of $100. How would you, as my first bronze legend, like to receive your gift? So Adele, being Adele, will probably tell me, Valissa, you know what, we're going to meet at Seattle. You must just bring an envelope with cash and you can come drop it off there. But in all seriousness, most likely Adele will furnish me with her banking account details, and I will immediately do an immediate payment to Adele, including all fees. I'll go onto either XE or Google to see the current rate, and me being me, who loves maths, and has a funny business with odd numbers, I always round it up to the next 10 or the next 50. I will round it up to Adele and I'll pay her my unconditional gift immediately via EFT. Then I'll send her my proof of gifting. And once she's received the money that's landed in her bank account, then she can contact me and then she'll thank me for her gift, because that's what our community is about. We're about kindness, thankfulness, gratefulness. And she'll say, thank you so much, Valissa. I'm about to confirm you on the board. Welcome to Gift of Legacy. Now, I'm so super excited. What do I do next? I contact my inviter, who's my builder, number 1. And I say, listen, Adele's confirmed me. I'm so excited to be here. What is my next step? They will then help me build there onwards by helping me invite my like-minded and like-hearted invitees onto the call. Once Adele has received her first 4 gifts as a bronze legend on the board, The most amazing part here is Adele can take these $400 and she can actually move onto the next board, being the silver board. We call it fast tracking here. So she can actually take these 4 unconditional gifts and gift forward onto the silver board. And then once she's received all 8 gifts, that will total her $800 received in total. Then Adele will journey off, and then myself as a gifter will now move onto the builder position. Now I'm super excited. I've already got my 2 invitees lined up because the past 2 weeks I've been inviting everybody that I love and who's near and dear to me onto the Gift of Legacy Zoom calls. And when my gifter number 1 and gifter number 2 join Gift of Legacy, they contact the legend on the board. And the legend on the board just so happens to be Shireen. And Shireen is so excited because my 2 invitees will reach out to her and say, hi, Shireen, my name are A and B, and we would love to gift you our unconditional gift of $100. Once they are confirmed, then Shireen will also receive a further 6 more gifts, which is a total of 8 gifts. Now, remember, we are the yellow in this scenario. So now we move from builder over to the guide position. So your role as a guide is to help guide the board, help guide your builders, and also motivate them to try and bring in like-hearted, like-minded people, and invite as many people as possible to the Zooms and to listen to the recordings so that the boards can flow with more ease. Once the legend on this board, we will call this third legend on the bronze board, Nandez, receives all 4 gifts, then guess what happens here? The hemisphere now spills, which is the left hemisphere, and the guide, being you, will now become a legend on your very own board. How awesome is that? So now remember, one half of the board has split off where you were previously guide, if you have a look here, and now you've moved over to the legend position. Your invitees are guide A and guide B, and their invitees are just beneath them in the builder position. So now guess what? You are now legend on the board, and now you get to receive in abundance. The builders on the board, with your guidance from the guides and as well as your help being the legend on the board, continue to invite, and more gifters come onto the board. And guess what? They get to contact you to gift the $800. And now once you've received your $800 in total in gifts, you get to keep $300. But just before we go on to what you keep and what you need for you to move forward, remember you were previously a guide on the board. Now the previous Legends board, who was Nandez's board, unfortunately moved a little bit slower than yours. So what will happen is once you've completed your board, your perpetual bronze board that you re-enter into, which is $100 board, you will come in the first available gifted position on the opposite hemisphere. So yes, it'll look a bit sneaky, like, wait a minute, I'm a guide and I'm a gifter on the board, but guess what? You were previously a guide who became a legend, who received 8 gifts before your legend did, and you're now coming back in to actually help your previous legend so that they too can actually journey on in this wonderful abundance journey. So now let's break down the gifts. You received $800. Remember, you held back $400 to move over to the silver board, and then a further $100 to move on to your perpetual board where you went to help your previous legend, or alternatively, you went to the oldest board in the community. And the gifts that now remain in your pocket are $300 in total. I mean, how awesome is that? Now, remember, this is your bronze board as you enter into Gift of Legacy. Now let's talk about your perpetual board. Remember, when you got your $800, 400 went to your silver, 100 to your perpetual. Now, when you reach from gifter, to the legend position, and when you start receiving on your perpetual journey, you receive $800. However, this time you get to keep $700 over and over and over again for infinity. How awesome is that, Adele? I mean, gosh, perpetual is like the goal, right?
Perpetual is the goal, and it's like a Ferris wheel. You can ride it over and over, and that's why there's pictures of Ferris wheels every week, where you can just keep going on this ride as many times as you want.
Absolutely. Oh, now let's talk about the second board. You know, things are starting to get juicy, especially for us South Africans. You know, you enter in with your $400 and, you know, you may think it's a lot, but you get to leave with $3,200. So here on your on your silver board, when you receive your first 4 gifts, which is $1,600, you can actually take those gifts and you can enter into your gold board. And you hold back $400 for your perpetual silver board, and you get to keep $1,200 in your pocket. And Adele and I, as South Africans, and I know many people in other third world countries, $1,200 is a lot of money to us. It's a lot of money actually to a lot of people. So think of all the things you can do with $1,200. And then on your perpetual journey, you're gifting $400, you receive $3,200, and you get to keep $2,800 perpetually over and over and over again. Like Adele said, like a Ferris wheel, it just continues. Excepting for this Ferris wheel, there's no guy at the bottom who tells you to jump off and the ride is over. No, you get to do this over and over and over again. And then your third board is your gold board. So your entry here is $1,600 and you exit with $12,800. Yeah, Adele and I we started calling these the SQ receiving board. So now we hold back $5,000 for the platinum board and $1,600 for the gold perpetual board. And the total amount of gifts in your pocket is $6,200. I know my good friend here, Adele, has already thought of all the things, because she's a mommy and she loves Sheldon so much. She's already thought of all the things she wants to give Sheldon. And I admire her for that. And I know there's a lot of people on the call who have their why are either their kids or their parents or just uplifting their communities. But just imagine all the things you can do with $6,200. But then it gets a little bit better. Because now perpetually, remember, you've already gone on your first round of your goal board. Now you're on your perpetual journey. And because you've already forward gifted and paid it forward of $5,000, you get to keep, every time you leave a perpetual board, $11,200. Sure, Adele?
Sure.
Over and over and over again. I mean, how awesome is that?
I can't wait.
Neither can I, my friend, especially for this board, the platinum board. So you enter into the platinum board with $5,000 and you exit with $40,000. Yeah, let's just take a moment there. Take a moment. I'm so blessed that I have reached the platinum board. I can say with all honesty, it took me 7.5 months, but I got there with a lot of work and a lot of determination. And yes, I'm still building my way up, but I will eventually get there, and so will each and every one of you. And I know Adele is high on my heels as well, and I can't wait for her to join as well. And neither can I wait for everybody in this beautiful community to join. And neither can I wait for all of us to experience receiving $35,000. Adele, I think when I reach legend on my platinum board, I'm probably going to announce it to the entire community and do a happy dance and maybe even film myself. And yeah, gosh, wow. I mean, it sounds unbelievable. And normally people say, oh, this is too good to be true. But really, if you just follow the guidelines and you build your 2x2 and help everybody in the board move along, you can do this. I'm a testament to it. Adele is a testament to it. And I know there's many other people on this call who are testament to it. They are either builders or guides or legends on platinum boards. Some have even received on platinum. And so they understand and they know what I'm talking about. And on your perpetual journey, because the platinum board is your last board, you gift $5,000 every time you go perpetually, and you get to you get to keep $35,000 over and over and over to infinity. Adele, let's just take a moment and pause. Imagine getting $35,000 as a South African twice a year. Wow. Just twice a year. I mean, for us as South Africans, we can look into buying property. We can actually do things You know what I mean? I'm not too sure how much $35,000, you know, like the value of money is in the US, etc. But I'm sure that that is also quite a lot of money where people can do a lot of things. So, wow, just wow. And imagine perpetually, continuously, over and over to infinity, getting $700 on the 100, for $2,800 on the 400, $11,200 on the 1,600, and $35,000 on the $5,000 board, over and over and over again. So the way I always think about it is I imagine myself like in January getting 700, in February getting 2,800, in, you know what I mean? So every month I'm moving off a board, because eventually when the boards start flowing, you know, the way they're meant to flow, and everybody starts doing what they're supposed to be doing, these things are actually quite a possibility. If we all just work together and just do what we're meant to be doing, this can be our reality. We can be receiving gifts. I mean, I know of some people who are getting gifts almost every second week they're getting gifts. I'm like, wow. But you know what? They eat, sleep, and breathe Gift of Legacy. They are just so excited that something like this actually exists. So just a summary of your potential gifts. When you cycle through your first 4 boards, you get $42,700, which is still wow. And then perpetually, you get $49,700 over and over and over again. Wow, my friend, just wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Indeed.
So just to go through some of the guidelines, you join Gift of Legacy, like I mentioned earlier, by sending an unconditional gift of $100 to the legend on the board. Now, remember, guys, when we say an unconditional gift, imagine Christmas is coming. We'll use Christmas as an example. When you go out and you buy your loved one a Christmas gift, you buy the gift, you buy the tape, you buy the wrapping and the little bow, and you wrap it up and you put it beautifully underneath your Christmas tree. That's if you celebrate Christmas. So, or even if it's a birthday or an anniversary, or even if you're attending a wedding, when you gift a gift, you gift it all wrapped up and pretty. The reason why I'm saying this, when you gift an unconditional gift, you as the gifter have to take responsibilities for any fees. So for an example, if you're sending $100 of an unconditional gift to somebody in the US, I know as South African, I have to pay the $4.99 PayPal fee in order for me to send my unconditional gift there. And I do it with a joyful, joyful heart, because in giving, we always receive. So please do remember that when we are gifting people in other countries, or we are doing EFTs or immediate payments, please do cover all the fees and do send your unconditional gift completely and unconditionally to the legend on the board. Then you need to invite 2 like-minded and like-hearted people to journey with you. The reason why we say this is because you don't want to just put your mom or your dad if they're not willing to participate, or some people actually put their animal names and just to fill up space so they can journey on, so they can have their second invitee. But you must remember, you've got to support each and every person that you bring into Gift of Legacy. So if you're bringing in a person that's say for instance your cat, you need to know that you bring in 2 people for that animal. You know what I mean? I love animals, so please, you know, if Adele will actually explain to you how you can actually give back to organizations and causes that are near and dear to your heart, but rather go out there and invite people onto our Zoom calls, share the love with these people, and let them, with their own minds and hearts, decide to join and journey with you. You'll be so much better for it. And then once they've joined, you just assist your 2 invitees to do the same by inviting their 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. And you join the board sequentially. So the first board you join is $100. You automatically get placed on the next board as a $400. The next board is a $1,600. And the $5,000 board is the last board. It is essential to join the perpetual cycle of every board. Because guys, I know there's a lot of people, you know, who are not of the abundance mindset, and they just feel like gosh, $100 is so much, and now $800 is even more. But I want to encourage everybody to journey through all the boards, because by blessing somebody that is legend on a higher board, you have no idea the joy that these legends feel, and how much hope you give them by continuing on the cycle of perpetually. And like I always say, I don't care what legend from what country I landed. I'm just so happy because I'm getting to make friends from everywhere all over the world. And it's important to know that you cannot advance to the next board without your 2 confirmed invitees. So please keep them engaged, yourself keep engaged, keep plugged in onto our Zooms, and yeah, just continue building your 2x2. Now I'm going to hand over to my beautiful friend Adele, and I'm going to ask her to explain why Gift of Legacy is so unique.
Valissa, Gift of Legacy is a very different gifting activity. And you'll see in the bottom right corner 4 little gifts. They represent the 4 boards, those 4 Ferris wheels that you get to ride. And on the previous slide, you would have seen 2 gifts holding hands. Those are the 2 most important parts of the whole presentation. The 2 gifts holding hands, working together, and then being on the 4 boards. So the one thing that makes Gift of Legacy unique is our user-friendly website. There is everything you need to see. You've seen an example of our beautiful boards with the red splash around the legend. It's really exciting to see how you move through the boards. You can either be on your phone or on your laptop. And then when you're on your website, and we'll go through it in presentations going forward, but you can go onto the Academy. You can go into personal information. On personal information, you get to see everything that is about you there. You can change your password, update emails. When you look at the Academy, our amazing link tree is there, and I'm going to speak about that just now. It's everything you need to know about Gift of Legacy. So our website is really easy to go through. Go and have a look at it. We have an innovative algorithm. An algorithm is just a computer code. It's the stuff that the techno-minded people like Valissa understand. I don't understand it, but I know it ensures the sustainable movement of gifts through the boards. So it's like the engine of a vehicle. I don't worry when I get in a car, I just get in and drive. And I know that if I look after the engine, it will get me from point A to B. And that's what the algorithm is. It's simply a code that gives answers to situations so that the website can tell which gifter to gift which legend. We are a global community, and this is what's very exciting about Gift of Legacy. We have participants in over 100 countries. We get to meet beautiful people from across the world, and after a few years of not having contact with people, it's wonderful to make friends all over the world. We have an incredible volunteer support team. Valissa and I are part of it, and we know many of the people in our support team. We have the utmost respect for everybody who voluntarily gives up their time to provide assistance to the GL community. We don't have a call center. Nobody's paid. It's not automated. It's purely volunteers who are plugged in, engaged, who take time to watch trainings and presentations, to understand the system, and who are there to assist you. So please be kind to us and listen to us and follow the advice and guidance you get on the emails, because sometimes we need more information from you to give you the answers that you need. In fact, today I learned something just before the call, so watch out for more infographics. I'm always learning as a member of the support team. And Valissa explained something to me that I didn't even know existed in Gift of Legacy. So it's very important that we stay plugged in. And then we have cross-pollination. Cross-pollination is what keeps Gift of Legacy ticking. Cross-pollination means that even though the one guideline is you always follow your inviter, it's not always possible. If you are one of those people that like to fast track, or your board is moving faster than your inviters, whatever is happening, and you cannot follow your inviter onto the next board, don't wait. Don't put your road to abundance on hold. Just take a detour. Cross-pollination will put you on another path. You will go and meet other people in our beautiful community, and later on you will join up and follow your inviter again. And then we've got fast tracking, which we have explained, and we're going to explain on the next slide. But basically, if you like coloring by numbers and you like to do it with speed, that's what fast tracking is all about, coloring in fast. So fast track means when you have got your 2 confirmed invitees on your bronze board and you have got cash in hand, or if you have received your first $400, you can then fast track onto the silver. You have to have 2 invitees. You will be able to join your silver board. You contact the legend, same process. You gift them and you are confirmed. You have to wait an hour, but then you can join the gold if you have the cash in hand. Again, gift the legend, wait to be confirmed, wait an hour, and then that spare $5,000 that you've got lying around on your coffee table, you can take that and join your platinum board and gift the legend there. So this allows people who really have the means or the excitement or the drive to go quickly through their initial boards so that they are on all 4 Ferris wheels simultaneously. And then the potential gifts that you can receive is a little bit more than those numbers Valissa showed you, because you're riding all those boards simultaneously, and that's the goal. It's very important to note that we do not promote Gift of Legacy on social media. And the reason we do this is to make sure that we keep our community like-minded. We said at the very beginning, the Gift of Legacy is something that you enter into or are personally invited into. So we don't want it splashed all over social media. We want to make sure that the people who are enjoying Gift of Legacy by invitation only are like-minded and like-hearted, just like us. Like Valissa said, there is no filling of spaces. Remember that 2x2x2 guideline that we spoke about? Don't just put anybody in. Don't just open another profile or make another profile with your name and confirm yourself because you want a profile. Rather take the time, the effort, and reach out to people. Everybody needs this gift in their life. Everybody needs a different legacy. We've all been affected by the past few years. So don't fill spaces, follow the guidelines. It's the way to make Gift of Legacy successful for yourself and people you love. You must be the messenger and not the message, okay? Just explain to people that you have become aware of a community, you've joined a community of like-minded people, and you would like to share the information with them. It's a good idea to share the link tree, invite them to a Zoom call. You don't have to explain. You don't have to understand this full presentation. Even if you're watching for the first time, watch it again. Let people like Valissa and I who understand the system explain it to you. And then attend all the trainings that are available. There's a wonderful link tree, as I explained, and we've got a YouTube channel with all the recordings, so you can put it on repeat and watch it while you're driving, while you're cooking. Heck, watch it when you're in the bath or when you're relaxing. Show it to your friends. But training is there, and it's important because this is where you get to know what's going on. So we'd like you to please note that it is important to understand that there are no guarantees in Gift of Legacy. Like everything in life, you get out of it what you put into it. The success or failure of any participant will depend on your willingness to participate and to follow the guidelines of Gift of Legacy. It remains the individual participant's responsibility to ensure that you are compliant with any tax laws in your country. Gift of Legacy is decentralized. There is no third-party affiliation, no ownership, and no partnership. This is very important that you note this. If you are joining Gift of Legacy via any third-party system, team, or program, you do so at your own risk. Gift of Legacy is by invitation only. And you will join, gift the legend, and then you invite 2 like-hearted people to join you. Those are the simple guidelines. We've explained it several times in the presentation. So if you join by any other means, that is for your own risk. Gift of Legacy is 100% peer-to-peer, and no funds ever get paid to the platform. Gift of Legacy does not have an account. So when you join, you will gift the legend, and the gift that you send will go directly to them. And then we have the love heart position. If you want to reach out to people and bless them, then the love heart position is what you need to do. Would you like to go to somebody's door and give them a gift and see the gratitude on their face and the excitement on their children's faces? If you have joined Gift of Legacy and you have successfully invited 2 like-hearted invitees and they are confirmed, you can sponsor a profile for any cause that is close to your heart. It can be a charitable organization or an individual in need. Look at that picture. You can go and help somebody who needs that help. And they will not need to get 2 invitees for their love heart position. GGM movement will take care of that. There are the links there at the bottom. You can go and you can find out how you can apply for a love heart position, and also you can find out how you can donate to GGM, which is the Gracious Givers Movement. They are the MPO that sustain the development of Gift of Legacy. All funds that GGM receive go to one and one purpose only, and that is to ensure the development currently of the Gift of Legacy system. No funds from GGM are sent anywhere else other than to the development and to the upkeep of the Gift of Legacy system that makes sure that everybody is able to succeed. The love heart possessions are your way of paying it forward. They will not be linked to you, but they are connected forever to your heartstrings. So if you want to touch somebody, please go and apply for a love heart possession. Gift of Legacy is a gifting activity. Please be active. We have 3 Telegram groups. Please go and join them. Watch the information. We are a dynamic, evolving community. A community cannot exist as a static entity. So we are always evolving and developing. And the only way to find out about them is to watch the updates on the Telegram groups. Please note that all updates and features are always sent out to the community first on either a Zoom call or on the official Gift of Legacy Telegram groups. If you see an infographic and it's got the Gift of Legacy logo and it's on our Telegram groups, then it is real news. If you are getting typed out messages from any other source, please know that that is fake news, because Gift of Legacy always puts out information on the Telegram groups first. And then we have the testimonials channel. And that really is the heartbeat of our community. We open those groups periodically at random times and announce it on the groups, and people are able to go and put their messages, their videos, and share their joy in receiving and giving gifts. So please go and look for that group. Then we have a YouTube channel. You can subscribe. Please do subscribe. And then you will get all the updates on presentations and trainings. It is beautifully indexed. You can go and look for all kinds of information. And when a recording has been edited and posted, you can then go and watch translations in whichever language suits you. And then we ask that you please watch the official Gift of Legacy presentations, just like this one, every Monday to Wednesday night at 8 p.m. GMT +2. This is the time when Gift of Legacy core leaders and presenters share the information first. There are presentations in other languages, but we all know what happens when translations happen. Sometimes the heart of the message does get distorted. So please watch the official Gift of Legacy presentations and trainings first. Stay plugged in here. Get the information from the core leaders, from the presenters, and then go and speak to your smaller teams and groups of people. And just a heads up, tomorrow night, you will want to watch because our core leaders are giving us more updates. And then we want to share a video with you. Gift of Legacy is the gift that keeps on giving. And as we enter the festive season, it might not be when you are celebrating a specific season, but it's a festive season. We'd like you to watch this video.
Oh, thank you so much, Adele. You know, this video is very near and dear to me. It was created last year for our gifting community. And I just want to say thank you to Nathan for doing that for us. And as Adele said, it's the gift that keeps on giving. We hope you guys enjoy it.
Get more out of giving.
I love it.
What a beautiful video, hey, Adele.
It is the most beautiful video. It is what Gift of Legacy is all about. Thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. Valissa, thank you for sharing this very beautiful evening with me and with our community. If this was the first time you heard about Gift of Legacy, please contact the person who invited you to the presentation. Let us color your world. Thank you, Valissa.
Oh, thank you so much, Adele. Thank you for having me this evening. Thank you, community. I've missed being here. It's been a long time. It's been a very long time, but I'm glad to be back. Wow, sure. You know, that video just, I mean, even people who think that, you know, like nobody loves me, you know, I'm just not getting anything. Why is it not me? That little girl in that orphanage, I mean, she even got a gift. And that just takes me back to the love hearts. Imagine, you know, supporting, you know, people who are so in need here. I mean, goodness, wow. Just thank you, everybody. Thank you for making time out for us. Please, everybody that's on the call tonight, myself with the rest of the core members are all going to be on a call tomorrow night. So please join us. Come in, have some coffee and tea with us over Zoom, ask us some questions. I'll go through compression a little bit more and the next phase that's going to be happening. So yes, please, please, please come on and join us. And to my beautiful Adele, my co-host, thank you for having me. Thank you for co-presenting with me. And just thank you for sharing the space with me. And I see you've got electricity in the background there.
I have got electricity. Thank you so much for being here. Everybody, Gift of Legacy is the one gift that you know that when you give your unconditional gift, you will receive. There are no timelines, there are no guarantees, but there is the certainty of knowing that you will be able to reach out and bless other people around you and yourself. So we ask you to stay plugged in, to reach out, to connect with people, and just share from your heart, because it is when we share from our heart that people see our souls and know what we are talking about. So let's go out and make this the most beautiful festive season. Let's make this the most beautiful time for everybody in our community. We thank you, everybody, and we're looking forward to seeing you on the call tomorrow night. Thank you, Valissa. Good night,
Thank
everybody.
you, everybody. Night, Adele. Night, everybody.
Good night.
See you tomorrow
Good night,
night.
everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.